Hi, welcome in. If you are here, then you're stepping into your highest timeline, and I'm here to help you navigate that journey. I'm just going to tap in, get a channeled message, then we're going to pull some cards. We'll go wherever the energy takes us. If at any point something resonates for you in this message, please comment, let me know, and like. Okay, let me get tapped in. Tapping in now, Spirit, to the collective. Bring this message to anyone who needs to hear it. Remove me, make me a clear channel for you. Bring forth messages that would aid the collective in stepping into their highest timeline. Have the messages come through in a way that would resonate, in a way that they would know that this message is for them, and only messages for their highest and greatest good spirit. What does the collective need to know in this moment? I'm getting a circus. Like, come on, this, like, it's like you've just, the circus has just been in town and they are rushing to pack everything up. It feels like a storm is coming. And so you've got all these, different acrobatics and different performers running around like crazy, trying to, protect themselves from the storm, but also trying to pack up all of their stuff so that they can get on the road. And we've got like the circus director, like yelling, come on, like, let's get all this stuff. Let's go. The storm is about to come. It's about to hit. A lot of frantic energy, but also very focused. It's like there's nothing else mattering at that moment. You have to pack up. You got to get everything in the car. You got to get all the animals. You can't leave anything behind. So this is what you're doing right now. It's an emergency. The clock is ticking down. You gotta do this. And you're just very focused on helping. You're actually asking the people around you, like, can you do this and you do this and I've got this. So like you're delegating a little bit. There is a sense of the whole team, the whole circus knows and understands that this is the job. We got to get everything out of here. From you, I really get not that you're freaking out. From you, I get more that you're like, yep, we're going to get out of here. Yep, there is a storm coming. We need to do everything right. We need to do everything in the right way. We're going to get the animals. We're not going to. It seems like other people around you are kind of running around like chickens with their heads cut off. And, when you get in that energy of we've got to do this, sometimes you're completely unproductive, right? You're like, there's so much to do and we've got to do it in 5 minutes. And you're just like kind of paralyzed. I don't know if I should go run and get the stuff for the car or go in here. Like you're stuck in, it's not analysis paralysis, but it's like you're stuck because there's so much urgency and there's so much to do. You don't know where to start. I'm really getting that your energy is the type that's like, we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and then we're going to do this. Like, let's go. You're almost giving that calm to the other people of this circus. Okay, and then the circus is all packed up. Everybody's tucked in, and they're getting out of there, and you're getting some recognition for like, great job out there. We couldn't have done it without you. It was really helpful to have your steady pace, your steady energy. It's obvious that you're a leader and that other people not only require your presence, but there's somebody here like the circus director or whatever that's giving you acknowledgement that like all these other people don't get it. They're not as skilled, they're not as calm, they're not as seasoned as you. Like maybe there's a whole bunch of temporary or seasonal circus workers that like this was their first rodeo, but this isn't your first rodeo. So you were really helpful in being like, don't worry, I know this is crazy. This is what we need to do in leading the pack because of your experience. It makes you a leader. Yeah. Okay. So that's the message that in crisis, in urgency, in where a storm is coming and it's time to act and we've got to get stuff done. When we're under the wire, when we're under pressure, I'm getting you as being this calm, leading energy, one that people look to get this done. And there's something about your peace because you've been through this before, because you have experienced this. Yes, it's still a lot for you, but like this is what you do. It's like you've been through hurricane season before. You've been through, so you it's not as it doesn't freak you out as much anymore because you've been through it and now people look to you as the seasoned person. All right, let's see where the cards take us. Okay. I'm getting the Wispel Neoteric Feminine Tarot. Looks like this. I hope y'all are doing really well. I hope that you guys are the ones that are the leaders and that you're feeling calm. The whole world feels a little crazy right now, right? A lot of craziness is happening. And if you can be the calm or at least have the faith in knowing that it's going to be all right. We got a bunch of shit to do, but yeah, it's going to be all right. Then that can change everything, right? Lower your stress levels. And what more for this collective spirit? What more do they need to know about this circus that doesn't even faze them? This circus that doesn't even faze them. I am sure that you can think of a situation or your whole life right now that feels a little bit like a circus. And maybe you're relied on heavily in that circus. Maybe you like the fact that you're good at it, or maybe you're kind of over being the one that knows how to handle all this shit. We'll see what comes out in the cards here. Where are we going with this, Spirit? Okay. This looks like it's going to be another money career reading. We've got 3 of Pentacles coming right off the top. So, or not the 3, we have 3 Pentacles. But the very first card out of the deck was the Sun. So love the Sun card, right? This is happy, happy, happy. And what I'm getting as in relation to the message on the Sun card is, the sun always comes out. That like, yep, it always gets a little bit crazy in the circus, or it always gets crazy at the end of things, but like you can see the sun. You like know you've lived through enough storms that you know that the sun always comes out. So it doesn't faze you anymore because you live for the sun. You're like, it always comes. I have faith in it and I know it's on its way. So you can bring calm to other people that are just seeing the storm because you know the sun, you believe in the sun, you are the sun. And you bring sun to other people is what I'm getting. When they're feeling down, when they're feeling gloomy or whatever, you're like, it's all right. We're going to be able to do this, okay? The sun will come out, the storm will pass. And maybe there's even like something that you feel helpless or people around you feel helpless, like you can't change it. It's You can't change it, and it's still okay. Okay? We're not going to change it. I get a little bit of like releasing control in this. Like, just like when weather comes through, there's nothing we can do about it, and it's okay. That's what I get with the sun. Now, with Pentacles, I get the Ace of Pentacles, I get the Page of Pentacles, and I get the Four of Pentacles. So I'm really getting for you that there's a new career opportunity. And this makes total sense if this is career, because it's a fucking circus, right? Wherever you're at right now, it's a circus. It is a circus. Like, there is no good way to describe a work environment as a circus. When you say, not my circus, not my monkeys, or like whatever you say, that usually means that it's like a dumpster fire, or the work in situation is crazy, or it's very highly demanding. And yes, you may be good at it or whatever, but maybe you're very relied on to do too much. Like, maybe it wasn't your job to make sure everything was packed up before the storm came and tell all of the other people how to do their jobs. Like, that wasn't your job. So what I'm getting here is the Ace of Pentacles is a new opportunity, a new career opportunity, a new opportunity for you to feel grounded, feel secure, get more material things. This could be like a new house or a new something that's material, but I'm really, in this sense of this reading, a new circus, a new job that isn't a circus, okay? And I get the Page of Pentacles with that. And look at her in this card. She's like, is this circus going to work for me? Is there enough money here? She's like looking at this new opportunity. So universe says, here you go. You don't need to be a part of this circus anymore. Here's a new opportunity. And you're like, let's see, does this look good for me? So the Page is like starting out on a new journey, starting to think about how might they transition careers, or what would their role look like in that. And like in the circus, where you were this super seasoned person that had been through all these events and everybody looked to you, maybe in this new role, you won't be that. You'll be the one saying, I haven't been through this before. I haven't done this before. You'll be the newbie. But think about that. You might be thinking about being the newbie going, I kind of like being seasoned and having seniority and being looked at and being a leader. But think about it for a second. How does it feel to be the one that's like, I don't know. And somebody else has to do that. And somebody else has to tell me. And somebody else has to train me. Might feel good for a while not having to be the leader. So I have this here as you really starting to look at this opportunity as like, will it work? And the Four of Pentacles is, will it give me enough money? Will I be letting go of too much money with my current job that I'm thinking about giving up? Or will it give me enough money? Will I have enough resources to take this on? So that's like a really clear picture that you're being offered something, you're kind of weighing it out, and you don't know if you want to give up your position, your leadership, your seniority, your money of the current. And you're wondering if it will be enough. What else for this collective spirit? I also get with the sun that just like the sun always comes out at the circus, this new job or this new opportunity is going to lead to being happy. It's going to lead to happiness. That was the base of this message, the first card that came out. What more for this collective spirit? I love this. Okay. So another pentacle, Knight of Pentacles. This means you're going to walk forward slowly and very grounded. So whereas before you might have said, screw it, fuck that circus, screw that, I'm leaving and going to find a new job. But then like you realize it was just another circus. So you might be feeling like, I don't want to, I don't want this to be the same as it was before. So you're going to walk forward very carefully. You're going to ask all the right questions about this opportunity. Maybe you're going to dip your toe in it first. Maybe you can shadow somebody there. Maybe you can go look at a whole bunch of opportunities. This is just, you're going to walk forward in this differently than you walked forward in opportunities in the past. And you're going to make sure that every question is asked. Maybe you're not going to like jump in and be like, oh, well, I can be leadership, I can be seniority, I can take on so much stuff. Maybe you're just like going to be the learner for a while. And you're going to walk slowly and learn this slowly and not put too much on yourself. And that's going to make you feel secure and gain the same amount of seniority or experience that you had in your last job. Now, I do get this 5 of Wands, which is like petty challenges, competition. It's kind of fun. So there's going to be a learning curve associated with this job. You might be wondering, do I have enough skill? Do I have enough? I don't even know if I can do this. Or like, I don't have every qualification on the job application. But there's small challenges, okay? And you can grow into those. So whatever challenges you are going to come up against, whatever learning curve there's going to be, it's fine. It's not going to be like this big thing. And yes, you're going to have to learn some. You're going to have to learn and figure it out and ask some questions and be okay being a beginner. But you're going to do it just fine. You're going to do it beautifully, actually. And I get the Page of Wands. So this is you starting a new adventure that actually lights up your life. Look at you. I'm flying forward, catapulting forward. So I'm getting that this opportunity of a new career, a new job, definitely coming through clear like that, is aligned with something that you're passionate about. Or in doing it, you'll find that you're passionate about it. So it's easy to propel yourself forward in this job because instead of the circus, which you never cared about, it's actually around something that you love, something that lights you up and makes you excited. So for you, this feels like going out towards an adventure that's going to make you happy. Okay? All good stuff. All good stuff coming through. Definitely a new career or job or thing that is going to bring you money. And it is aligned with your passions. There is going to be a learning curve, a growth curve. But it's going to be easy. They're just like small challenges that come with starting a new job. Like or starting a new project. This could just be like a project that is a new opportunity and you're a learner, a beginner, but you're setting this up in a way that is really grounded and works for you this time. You're not going to bring any old patterns forward. And I get the Hierophant with this. So with this card, I'm really getting, you've been through a whole bunch of experiences. You might have a really mixed bag of experiences in your work. So I'm getting a couple things. One is you have enough wisdom to do this. Like you've been through enough. You're not giving yourself enough credit when you're like, do I have what it takes to do this? Like you have what it takes. You have exactly what it takes to do this. You've been through plenty. And you've been through things that you don't even see the correlation of how they would help you do that job. But when you get in there, you'll realize like, oh my gosh, thank God I learned this with this because I can apply this here. And you'll see how it's all coming together for this and how much of your life and journey is actually aiding you in this new opportunity. But what I'm also getting is you kind of saying no to traditional systems. So, or creating your own system. Like the Hierophant can be traditional systems like corporate America or marriage or, things that we have in society that are just systems that run and whatever. And people kind of going to work and doing the 9 to 5 and all of that is one of our systems here, but in America. But she's kind of like, I don't know if that works for me. So she's creating systems. She's been in those systems and she's creating a system that works for her. So maybe with this new opportunity, it is different. It's like it might allow you to be more flexible with your schedule. It might allow you to not be in a system that feels so traditional. Okay. And then I get the 7 of Pentacles here. So what I definitely get with this card is it going to be all that it's cracked up to be? Have I really put in all these years working and building my character, building my skill set, building everything? Is this going to be enough? Like, is this going to be everything I dreamed it will be? Is this new opportunity going to lead to my happy? And so that's you kind of like, okay, I kind of see the seeds. I see the opportunity of this. I get that I can learn in it and grow, but there's a little bit of doubt of like, is it going to be all that it's supposed to be? And with that, I really get that your concern comes from like, you've done this before. You've taken a new opportunity, you've gotten excited about it, you've become the learning, you've become the being, but then like somehow it ends up being a circus. Somehow it ends up being a shit show that you're like, how did I get here again? Why is every place a shit show? So you're kind of wondering like, is that what that's going to be? Again, and Spirit saying, no, this is really your happy. You've done enough. And this opportunity, because it's aligned with something that lights you up and you're passionate about, this isn't going to be a shit show. Okay. Anything more for this collective? Definitely a career or money read here. So many pentacles. 1, 2, 1. 5 pentacles out. I love that it started with the sun though. Yeah, this is you just like, you'd like to see what it's all going to look like in 5 years. You'd like to see, we all want to get through we all want to get through this part. Gosh, when you start with a new company or you start a new job or you have to do so much work just to like, even if this is starting a new side hustle or whatever, you have to like figure out like a website or, an Etsy page, and you have to figure out accounting and billing and all of these things that feel like challenges that are a little overwhelming right now. But like, you're used to a circus, dude. Like, give yourself enough credit. Like, you have a lot of skill at figuring things out. So you've been through plenty and you can do it. And then like, if you fast forward a year from now and all of that's set up, like it's temporary. All those challenges, the learning curve, the growth, it's temporary. So ask yourself, like, in a year from now, do I want to be sitting in the same circus wondering when my opportunity will come around? Because the thing is we want the new opportunity, but like, you don't get to skip over the leaving one opportunity, choosing the next opportunity, navigating a new life, figuring out how to, all the new systems of the new opportunity. Like, you don't get to skip over that part. So if the only thing that's holding you back is like, it's going to be like a little challenging to like uproot my life right now or make this change, that's silly, because you are leading to your happy. And you ask for this. Like, don't forget that like you're always asking for Spirit to like hand deliver you something. So when Spirit hand delivers you something, don't be like, that's going to be hard. Like, Spirit's like, okay, well, I thought you wanted out of the circus. Anything else for this collective, Spirit? And I get another pentacle. Okay. Another page, another page. So we have the Page of Pentacles, we have the Page of Wands, and we have the Page of Swords. So the Page of Pentacles is saying, I'm going to step forward in this, but this is a new career. This is a new way for me to think about my worth and my value and what I bring to the table. I'm going to be a beginner at this. This is like saying I'm going to take on new adventure because this is more aligned with my passion. And the Page of Swords is saying I am going to use my clarity and ask my questions and do my research when I'm making this decision to make me feel confident that the sun is going to come out at this place. So if there are questions you need to ask right now to make sure that you're going to walk forward as your Knight of Pentacles, okay, this is a grounded, intentional, I'm going to ask about my sick time, my PTO. I'm going to maybe research if this is your own side hustle or something that you're starting. What platform is the best one for me to be on? What payment processor am I going to do? There's a lot of research involved in this. So ask all the questions and do the research for sure. That's part of the beginning work that this is going to take with that Five of Wands. But what I'm getting is right now with that circus, it's not reciprocal. Wherever you are right now in your work life, what you do for money, it doesn't feel reciprocal. You don't feel like you're getting paid what you're worth for how much you bring to the table or seen for your value. And what I'm seeing with this Six of Pentacles is with this new opportunity, you are going to be given more than enough. This is going to be a really abundant opportunity, but you're going to be in a position where you actually can give back and share with others financially. And I'm also getting that this is your justice. Spirit has seen how hard you've worked. Spirit has seen the type of employee or the type of person you are when you show up to your passions and to do your work. And they've seen that it's been unfair for a while, that it hasn't been reciprocal, that you do a lot of work and get a little bit of money, or you don't get enough money for what you do. So your justice is coming. Those scales are going to be balanced out. And Spirit wants you to know that the way they're balancing out those scales is through this new opportunity. Like, yes, we get it. You're going to have to leave the circus and come down this path and be a learner and handle the growth curve, but you will feel justified in this, and it will be more than enough, and it will be so much that you'll be able to give back to others. You'll be able to be generous with your money, and ultimately it will lead to your happy, happy, happy ending. All right. All right. The lighthouse can show you the shore, but you still need to steer the ship. Please like, share, comment to claim this message for yourself, this opportunity of financial abundance. And until next message.